Hey guys, JNasty here. What is up, guys? So today's video is a Call of Duty video, obviously by the title. And first off, I want to let you guys know that I am live streaming right now. So anyways, don't worry about the gameplay too much. I don't even know what it is. I haven't even gotten it yet. So we're going to talk about this. Top 5 guns in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So the top 5 guns based off KD, and this is Sledgehammer's doing. They have released the top 5 guns with the best KD. And I'm going to kind of go over it. And I'm going to start from 5 all the way to 1, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it. And if you do, make sure to drop a like. It's always appreciated. So let's get right into it. So let me click around real quick, and let's go to number 5. It's the Pytech Loophole. Now this gun, I can see why this gun is on the top 5 for KD, and I'll kind of explain to you guys why. Unfortunately, guys, I really don't have any of these guns in the top 5, except for, I don't want to say it, I don't want to spoil it. But number 5, the Pytech Loophole. This gun is an LMG. It's a heavy LMG, and what makes this gun, this elite version, like why I believe it is such a high KD gun is it's super camper friendly. And you're gonna be asking yourself, why is this? Well, this gun has +1 accuracy, but the downside to this gun, it has -3 handling, and I think it holds 150 shots in its clip. I think it already has extended mags on top of the gun, so this has -3 handling. If you guys don't know what -3 handling does, well, handling is how quickly you can pick up your gun and look down the sights. ADS. So for handling, with this gun, you can't zoom in real quick. Pretty much, you can't ADS really quick. ADS means aim down sights. So pulling your left trigger to lock onto an enemy, it takes a lot longer. So I can see this gun being a really camper-friendly gun. 150 shots. It reloads slow mobility, and above all, it is slow to ADS. So people are just probably holding their left trigger and waiting for people to come by. So I can assume this is actually a very strong camper gun. Like, if you like to camp, this is probably your gun. And I have a feeling that's why it's up there with the KD of some of these other guns. So let's talk about number 4. It is the Obsidian Steed. You guys already know about this gun. Probably the best, in my opinion. I think it's the best gun in the game. And I'm gonna kind of go on a tangent right here and say why this gun isn't like 1 or 2, or the ASM is not even on the list. No variant of ASM1's on this list, and I kind of want to explain probably why. And it has to do with skill-based matchmaking. As we know, guys, the BAL and the ASM1 are the best guns in the game. It's what all the competitive players use, and it's what most pub stompers use, is the ASM1 and the BAL. And I have a feeling that these stats aren't that high because most of these people that use the Steed, or just let's look at the ASM1. Most people that use an SMG in this game, they're moving around. They're obviously running around. You can't snipe with an ASM1. You can't be long range. You gotta kind of get up close and personal. And the past 2 Call of Duties, in my opinion, with this, and I know I'm gonna throw Black Ops 2 in here. I'm probably gonna do a commentary separate of this, but I really feel like the pick 10 system is a huge problem with Call of Duty at the moment. What this does is it kind of breaks the perk system. It allows you to have too many perks. Like if you look at, what is it, Advanced Warfare, I don't know what kind of class I run, but I run Blind Eye, I run low profile, and I wear Toughness and Blast Suppressor. So I have all 4 of the necessary perks to play the game. 3 of those being stealth perks. Now, what I think, instead of doing the pick 10 system, is I think they really need to go back to the 3 perk system and add pro perks. And I think it would cut down a lot on the camping and favoring of camping players. And I think that's why no SMG was actually on this list, is because this game is so camper friendly. Kind of like Call of Duty Ghost was, and hell, even Black Ops 2 is pretty camper friendly with LMG target finders, if you guys have forgotten. But I kind of want to throw out skill-based matchmaking in there and say that's why the Steed is probably not 1 or like number 1 on this list, or the BAL is not 1 on the list, or the ASM1's not 1 or 2. So kind of want to throw that out there. The Obsidian Steed, in my opinion, is the best gun in the game. No doubt about it. Kills really good. Plus 2 damage. It has unlimited range. It is an insane gun. So let's go to number 3 on the list. It is the HBR Insanity. Now, I don't know how this is number 3 on the list, to be honest, because I have never used this gun. I have never owned this elite weapon in the game, and it's really frustrating to see this is number 3 on the list, and I have never got to use it. I've used it picking it up off an enemy once, and that was before they like buffed the HBR again after they nerfed it. They buffed it again. So unfortunately, I don't know how good the HBR Insanity is. It's kind of a letdown for me personally because I've obviously never got to use it. So let's go to number 2. It's the Melee Heavy. Like I said, LMG, kind of the same thing with number 5. LMG, you're slow, lot of shots in the clip, just ADS, wait for players. I'm surprised out of the top 5 guns, 2 are heavy weapons, and that's just probably because the playstyle with those types of guns is super, super, super campy. So before we get to number 1, guys, I would ask for you guys to leave a comment and say your top 5 for guns. Also, if you would, drop a like, that'd be appreciated. So let's get into number 1. And this is kind of a shocker, and I kind of think I might know why this might be number 1. But anyways, the number 1 gun in the game right now is the ARX 160 Hole Puncher. This does plus 2 damage, I believe. A lot of people say it's better than the Steel Bite because you lose 1 less stat. I mean, they're probably the same gun in general. Most players probably don't even have the Steel Bite, and that's why they use the Hole Puncher more than the Steel Bite. But I feel like the Steel Bite and the 160 are about the same. And with the recent update, you get 45 shots into your clip size, and it's almost a guaranteed 1 to 2 burst gun, which is pretty insane. This gun is not favored for rushing or like rushers in general. You kind of want to lay back with this gun, pick people off, and I can see why that is a higher KD gun because you're probably playing a little bit more tactically if you're using a burst weapon. And generally, I would say the 4 out of the 5, or I would probably say the 3 out of the 5 weapons listed on this list probably favor a more passive approach. They're not really meant for rushing. The Insanity and the Steed, however, you can really rush with them. I think the Steed is such a good gun that it's just going to be on the list because it's that good. It's like the best gun in the game, so it's obviously going to be on the list. You can rush with it, you can camp with it, you can do whatever you want with it. Unfortunately, like I said, never played with the Insanity, so I don't know how good that is, but I don't understand how it's over the Steed. Maybe it's because it's so rare that the good players or the people that grind the game a lot get it, and not a lot of the noobs get it. So it could be that. I'm not too positive, but number 1 with the ARX Hole Puncher, I really didn't understand. Like, I didn't believe that it could have the highest KD, but kind of looking at it, you got to be a confident player to use a burst weapon. So I can kind of see it now, and it's a little bit more passive approach. But overall, the top 5 list consisted of 2 heavy weapons and 3 assault rifles. 2 of the 3, I think it's 3 out of the 5 were elite weapons, and then 2 are professionals. You did not see 1 gun in the top 5 that was a regular version of the gun, and why I kind of don't agree with elite weapons in the game, because they give an unfair advantage if you have them or if you don't. If you're a player that has never gotten, I think you automatically get the Hole Puncher. It's like one of the best guns in the game, but overall the Obsidian Steed is probably the best gun in the game. If you've never got to use that gun, I feel bad for you because it is overpowered. It is overpowered, but I really am not a big, I don't agree with elite weapons. Like I said, they give unfair advantages here and there, especially if you are going against, if a player has a Steed and you have the regular value, you're automatically at a disadvantage, but I don't agree with in Call of Duty. And overall, not 1 submachine gun in the top 5. This game does not favor rushing, and I believe that solely in my heart that this game is more of a kind of passive play style, and that's what happens with skill-based matchmaking. In my matches, when I have my 3 KD account, when I go against players, they don't move much, and it's a struggle. It's really dry. It's a really dry game. The game is actually really slow-paced. Probably one of the most slowest-paced Call of Duties I've ever played, especially with all the verticality added and all the nooks and crannies. It just slows down the game, and I can see why 3 of the 5 guns are more of a passive approach. I don't know how good the Insanity is, like I said, but the Steed, you can still camp with it and do really, really well. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you would, leave a comment how I did, your top 5, and drop a like. That'd be always awesome. I'll see you guys later for tomorrow's video. And by the way, guys, I'm streaming Battlefield Hardline right now. Link is in the description. Peace out, slutbag. Motherfuckers.